Hi guys, it's great to see you. I'm Miss Joli and I'll be your visual artist for this lesson. Today we're going to talk about money, cents, coins in our U.S. currency. And we're also going to create an artwork about the president that's on one of our favorite coins. The materials we're going to need today, we have a template pattern that's already sent out to your teacher, so everybody should get one of these. We need our pencil, eraser, and a box of crayons. Okay, let's take a look at different U.S. coins. These are the ones you should be familiar with. Look at the different sizes that they have. Be careful, those coins try to be tricky. Just because something's small doesn't mean it's worth less. All right? So we're going to go on to take a look at this one. Anybody know what that's called? That's called the penny. See, this is the penny. And on the penny we have, these are all presidents that are on the coins. And we have President Abraham Lincoln on the front of it. It's made of copper, so it's a copper coin. The old pennies show the Lincoln Memorial on the back, but in 2010 they changed it to show the Union Shield. A penny is worth only 1 cent. Its value is less than all the other coins. It used to cost 2 cents to make a penny. But today it costs $1.67 to make each penny. The next coin, what do you think it is? Can anybody say? It's the nickel. The nickel has President Thomas Jefferson on it. He was like our third president. And it's made of both nickel and copper. The old style showed the side of his face. It's also known as a profile, shows like the outline. Okay, that's the profile, the side of his face. But in 2006, they changed it to show the front of his face. And the back has always stayed the same. It shows Monticello, which was his house. It was Jefferson's house. The nickel is worth 5 pennies. So 1 nickel is worth 5 pennies. Next we show the dime. The dime's president is Franklin D. Roosevelt, and it has a silver color, but it's made of both copper and nickel. The back shows a torch with 2 olive branches on it, and it's worth 10 pennies. So it's worth 10 pennies. It might have been the smallest one, but it's worth 10 of the pennies. Wow. Now our quarter, I forgot to ask you, it is the what? The quarter. It does actually say it on the back. See, $quarter, so that means it's $0.25. So the quarter, anybody know what president's on that one? We kind of see him a lot. He was our first president. Give you a hint? That's George Washington. And it's made out of silver. It's a silver colored. And it's made out of, nickel and copper, just like the rest of them. The back of the quarter has the bald eagle on it. But the back of the quarter, that's in the old style. The back of the quarter nowadays, there's three different quarter collections. There's the state collection, the territory collection, and the America the Beautiful quarters. A quarter is worth 25 cents. Ooh, it's much easier to carry 1 quarter than a whole handful of 25-cent pennies. Well, pennies that equal 25 cents. Coming back to them, Remember the penny? Remember the nickel? Remember the dime? And remember the quarter? Who can tell me how much was this one worth? Ah, 1 cent. That one was 1 cent. Who remembers how much the nickel was? 5 cents. Who can tell me how much the dime was? It's smaller than these. It's actually the smallest one in size, but not in value. It's actually 10 cents. And the quarter was 25 cents. So see, the penny was 1 cent, nickel 5 cents, the dime 10 cents, and the quarter 25 cents. Now, let me show you something you probably see in math class. This is a 10 block. Look at it. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 block. It also is this is a 1 block here. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, a 10 block is worth 10. Which of those coins, do you remember, were worth 10? If you said the dime, you're correct. Awesome. Let's look at this one. Remember what this is called? That's our 10 block. And another 10 block. 10 and 10, that's 20. And how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Which one of the coins was worth 25 cents? Who can tell me? Remember the quarter? That was worth 25 cents. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at this side. This is a 10 block here with a whole bunch of little 1 blocks. So a 10 block, that'd be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25, that's also equal to a quarter. So whether you have 1 or 2 and 5 or 1 and 15, you still have a quarter's worth right there. Who can tell me how much this one is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And what coin makes that one? That's the nickel. See our nickel? Our nickel. It makes the 5. Remember, it has 5 cents on the back as well. Then we have this side. And how many is that? What coin makes that one? Well, it's the old penny. A penny is worth 1 block. And the nickel is worth 5 blocks. So the 5 pennies make up 1 nickel. And if we're looking for the dime is worth 1 10 block, or individually 10 1 blocks. And the quarter was worth how much? 25 cents. Either 2 10 blocks and 5 cents, or 15 cents and a 10 cent. 10, which would be 25 cents. Wow. So, just to review, the penny is worth 1 cent. The nickel was worth 5 cents. The dime is worth 10 cents. And the quarter is worth 25 cents. But You know what? We do have a couple of other coin friends that we have. We do have our penny, we have our nickel, we have our dime, we have our quarter, but we also have something that's known as the half dollar, which we're not going to discuss today, but I just wanted you to see it, and also the golden dollar. Now, the golden dollar can either have Sacagawea or one of the presidents on it. Okay, but these are actually all the coins in our monetary system, in our money system. And we're going to do a favorite coin on one of our artworks. I'm going to ask you to take out one of your sheets of paper. And that's going to be our paper for our coin. Flip it over on the back, and please write your name. Okay, and then we'll flip it over. I'm going to have this here so that you can see this. So I'm going to go ahead, you have your name on the back of your paper. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the nickel. That's Thomas Jefferson there. And look at how the head looks. And does it take the whole circle for the head? No, it doesn't take the whole circle for the head. Actually, it's more like an oval and another oval, like if I draw an oval and then maybe even another oval. Let's see, I could do an oval here and an oval there. Look, see how I started doing one here? This is what I did. I did an oval and an oval. I know you can't quite see with the pencil, and I like to draw with pencil. So, see how you have the circles here. Do it really light. I'm going to do mine with marker, and you're going to do yours in pencil, and you can go back and erase if you need. So the next thing I would do is go ahead and come out with the nose. Our nose is in the middle. We're doing only the side, the profile, the outline of our artwork. So here I'm going to go ahead, and what kind of shape do we nose looks like? It looks more like a what? A triangle. And of course the eyebrows right here, it comes up a little bit, and we're going to have hair on the back here that come out, and then we're going to have it comes down, and we're going to have a mouth that comes out here. Now for the mouth, you could have lips that come, and don't forget the lips. You have the little pucker for the lips, possibly. You might see it on some of them. You don't really have to make much. And your chin would come out, right? And then would you draw whatever it is for the bottom. Look, I'm going to show you in just a second. For the hair, I usually like to do swoop. And then the eyes here, I'm going to go ahead and do like a little triangle right where the bridge of the nose is. And I'm going to do another curve on the inside, so it's almost like a little triangle. And then color that center up. So I have my eyebrows that come way up here. And between the eyebrows and the nose, like right in the middle of the head, we will see the ear. And the ear is almost like a C if you're doing it from the opposite end, but on this way I'm going to have a backward C here, right? Since I'm doing it in pencil, you would not see all of this. I would probably only show just that part. So here is my picture. You see how I have it? You see how you can see the lines that are in my picture? And I only chose to take some of them. See how I had lines in my picture? And I picked which ones I liked. In my picture. There we go. So then you're going to go ahead and add whatever they would have on the coins. You're only drawing half of the face, the side of the face. So if you're still working on it, it's totally fine. You're still working on it. So around the outside edge, you're going to put the words. Look, this one says, "In God we trust," up here. This one has it right here on the side, "In God we trust," for the quarter. For this one here, it says, "In God we trust." This is if you're doing a $half. 2 of those equals $1. And the golden dollar is, "In God we trust," here. "In God we trust," here for the dime. But all of them have "In God we trust." Now it also says liberty, 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 and liberty. So on the nickel it's back here. And I went ahead and put the date of one of my children. That was the date that they were born. I just picked one. All right. So you can, after you have it drawn in pencil, go ahead and get your crayon. And you're going to trace over everything. Go ahead and trace over everything. Sometimes I just put like little X's here. You see how the ear was here, but only just the bottom of the earlobe actually shows because the hair was covering it. Now this particular coin should be possibly done in black and white and gray and silver if you have a silver. For the Lincoln, for the penny, if you have a red, if you have brown, black, see how I put black around here in the darker areas, and I put the dark brown. I also did yellow for a little highlight of it. Sometimes it kind of, that little penny kind of shines a little bit. But for this one, I actually use, okay, so I know you are trying to draw it really super quick, so I'll do it with you again. So whichever one you took, remember you have that little circle, the 2 circles that you had. You had circles, and then you're going to go ahead and go with a nose, right? A nose. So here I go. Here's going to be my nose over that circle. I'm going to come up a little bit. See, that's a little circle that's there. Remember that circle. And I'm going to go ahead and add my line for my mouth. And remember the lips are there, and you have a chin. It may go on one side of the circle and might be on the other side. See how I have it here on top? See how it went over? See, my circles were there. See, my little circles were there. My ovals were there. And then I'll go ahead and add my chin. There's the hair that's here. Now the hair doesn't matter. I like to do sometimes it's like a little zigzag. I have the little bit of the ear, only the bottom of the ear shows. I might do a little zigzag to show my hairline. It crosses over. Remember the eye has like a little triangle in it, but this is a curve. And then you have your eyebrow, and it comes up. You see it kind of looks like a little triangle of sorts there. Okay, and let's see, the hair comes straight back down here. And we have the words, "In God we trust." I usually try to turn it a little bit. What I would do is, "In God we trust." Now it's actually all capitals. I did a small one in there. And on this side it said Liberty. Remember, it's all capitals. And like a little dot in between, and the year. Now, you will notice sometimes these coins will have a mint mark. If you see a little spot here, a little spot here, that's a mint mark. That was what mint actually did that coin at the time. And then you go ahead and trace everything. I would trace it with your black, and then you can lightly color. What I would suggest is in between, right by the side, after you trace it, say with your black, if you take and put a little black next to it behind it, it'll make that look a little raised. I like to see it's showing hair marks, and all back here behind it I like to go ahead and color a little dark behind it. This is how I would start the other one. And I go ahead and put a little black. I don't put much black anywhere else, okay? I'll just do it lightly. Of course, under the chin. Wherever you think they have a shadow and shade, that's usually the place to go with it. He's just wearing an outfit. Some of the coins just stop at the neck. And then, you know, he's got some hair that's swooping down the back, right? Take your blue, not your blue, sorry, your red, your yellow, and your brown if you're doing this one. Or, no, this one is not. This is for the penny. This is what I would be using. And for this one, if you only have white and black, you can definitely work with that. And the places where you think you might need some light, go ahead and put some white. I like to put the white down first, where I need the highlight. Which coin did you pick? Just put a little color in it. I would love to see some of your pictures. If y'all send it to us on Facebook, I'd love to see some of your pictures. And take it and just lightly rub. If you have a silver, you could just lightly color your silver over everything, really light, and then keep adding more and more and more color. Don't forget around the inside of the eyes, it will be darker. If you use these colors, I usually like to mix the colors slowly and slowly and slowly. I know you may not get a chance to finish it. As long as you have it drawn, you can color it in at will. Remember, most of the coins are going to be in the silver and the gray and the white. I hardly put any silver on this one. Most of it was gray and white. You can notice how I have a little white here. I put a little white in the hair here, a little bit here, and I just did a lot of shading to make it look like it kind of comes off of the coin. It's like a relief. It kind of comes off the coin. And when you're coloring, if you can change the direction of your coloring, actually little circles work awesome to kind of blend everything in. To kind of blend everything in. This is a profile, the side view of a person. So this is called a profile, and this is actually a portrait. Portrait is a picture of someone. It's not a picture of you. If it's a picture of you, it's a self-portrait. But this is a portrait of someone. And then you can keep blending and blending and blending. You can add a little black in there. But you notice how I'm putting a little black throughout the whole, but I'm putting the darker black really close to the coin itself. In certain areas, I put darker than others. And you'd be tracing everything. Usually like to put a dark around the whole edge. Around the whole edge. Now, if you're doing the dime, you do have little bitty grooves, little lines that go all the way around it. So this is what the Thomas Jefferson nickel looks like. And I hope you enjoyed working with our cents and our coins. Take a moment and view your artwork. Look back and look at your neighbor's artwork. View the similarities and differences between yours and theirs. Thanks for joining me today. We learned so many different things. We talked about money and cents and our coins in our U.S. currency. We also got to do a president on one of our favorite coins. During your week, notice the different types of coins you get and you get to look at. Enjoy the rest of your day. I can't wait to see you next time.